Hello, thank you for watching my videos and being a part of this entire thing. It's been a good while since I started this YouTube and TikTok as well. I hope that my content has brought a smile to your face and I'm able to actually put forth into effort and all to this stuff. This will be just a long form video and I'm going to try out different stuff as I go on. Thank you. Today we'll be talking about the Honored One in JJS. This will be a multi-part series of me talking about every character in the game, with their skills and strengths to boot. I feel like people over-fantasize Gojo's strengths and ability with his skill and high damage combos. Yeah, they do high damage, but there are multiple other characters that have more high damage combos, and people always point to this guy. And I'm also gonna be talking about floor ceiling and skill ceiling as well. Most people just know about skill ceiling and they don't talk about floor ceiling, which is what makes a character their skill at the start of it. Like how Yuji has a very low floor ceiling and but has a very high skill ceiling because of his black flesh chaining. Gojo, I feel like, at best, has a very low floor ceiling and has a very medium-sized skill ceiling. Like, you can get his combos right, and you can have a lot of fun with him, and with his special just being a simple teleportation and how useful it can be in certain situations, can show how good a character can be when used right. When onto his ult, I will say low skill and low floor, like low skill ceiling and low floor. Just mostly because his ult does not take long to learn, and it's just a simple move your camera around and aim where you're going. Especially for his hollow purple. You know, we've seen people get hollow purple strays all the time. I feel like whenever it comes to this character, it can just be put up to two different ways on how it can be used, and on how people can. You can be super aggressive or super passive. Most people can play very aggressive with him and passive. He is just the Saitama of this game. You know, gotta sample in some TSP bullshit, because I know that most people in this game, that just joined are just TSP people, and I don't need to talk down to the people who've actually played this game long enough to realize that. So, he's just a starter character, so it makes sense why he would be very easy and has high damage in the game. So, I would put him at a low skill, low floor skill, and then a high skill ceiling, medium skill ceiling at the end of it. That's just my take on this character, and this will be my final ranking for this character. I hope you guys enjoy this series. Next on in this multi-part series, we'll be talking about Yuji Tadori, or Vessel, in JJS. This character I have biases with, because I've been playing this guy since the very beginning of my time playing him. I think I have almost more than 1,000 hours on this character, and I will say this, I have mained him for a good while, so I know what I'm talking about this character. His first move, Curse Strikes, is very easy to land if you just have someone in one combo. His second move, come on, no one uses it for the down slam. They use it for mobility if you're an actual good Vessel person. Use that shit for mobility, and for especially lock on and dash, you basically can get around their block almost instantly. His black flash chaining, surprisingly, on lock on, it's really hard to do. With console, you could probably do it with just by training with a map that allows you to black flash. I will say, Vessel is very easy to use in the beginning, but he has a very high skill ceiling whenever it comes to his character. His fourth move, since right now they just nerfed it, so you can actually attack a person with your ult and you don't have to worry about a Yuji countering the shit out of it. So, yeah. His ult, Sukuna, is probably by far one of the most powerful 1v1 ults in the entire game because of his M1s. Because they have such long range and so fast speed, it basically means if you just keep on M1ing someone, it's really hard to get around. Granted, they could just easily get around and stop it from attacking the person with their M1s, but Sukuna is something that is difficult. His first move is slashes, air variant can cut you down. His second move is Fuga. His third move is an unblockable rushdown, but if you miss, it's a very high punish. And his fourth move is his domain expansion. I would say is one of the stronger domain expansions, but since everybody's so skilled and experienced by just with Sukuna, it's very easy to have it where you would lose and still win in some aspects, even if you're inside his domain expansion. That's my ranking for this character, Vessel Itadori. This is the third part of talking about characters and Jujutsu shenanigans, and how their floor ceiling and skill ceiling overall. Skill floor is mostly where someone can pick up the character and don't have to worry about any skill with it. And highest skill ceiling is where someone has to put a lot of time and effort into this character. And I will say this is exactly like that. You can pick up the character and have some fun with him, but then his main base moveset is very limited into skill. I would say overall, this character is a mid skill, meaning that you have to take some time to learn him, and then a mid skill ceiling. That means he doesn't have a high skill ceiling, though he is an all-rounder, meaning he can do his combos. But high skill ceiling means you have to take the time to learn all those combos, which most of the time you don't really need to. His combos are very easy and very easy to learn overall. Now, since with the nerf, it's much harder to hit them. But if you can get someone into a combo, you're guaranteed at least 50% of their health. At least that. Now on to his ultimate is by far the strongest ultimate in the entire game. That is without saying anything. This character is overall the strongest character in the entire game, and that is just the truth. With his ultimate, at least. Because I know for a fact, if you've ever played private servers and you've had a friend at Infinite Ult, it basically was difficult and almost impossible to kill them without any character that can one-shot them. Which now, there are multiple one-shot characters, but Hikari is by far the strongest in his ult. Especially right now, in this ult, I was able to bring him down from 3 to 0 stocks and only 1 life. That shows how broken his ultimate is. Granted, it was a Haruta, but he also had the casual binding vow of buffing his HP, so he was at basically the same amount of HP as any other character. But just shows how strong Hikari in his ultimate is compared to others. I would say if it came to 1v1s, you're basically losing most of the time, unless if you're very good at evasive and dodging attacks. I would say the ranking for Hikari or Restless Gambler is by far mid skill ceiling and mid floor scaling, mostly because of how a little bit difficult it is to learn and how hard it is to